Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Wallace here with Ballin' Down South Sports Network, here with another episode of the interview. My next guest is no stranger to the Mobile region, the Mobile area. He's from this way. I can tell you he has 26 years of coaching under his belt, 17 years of that as a head coach. He's coached at three different classifications, 4A, 5A, and 6A. I can tell you he's definitely a good winner. He's been at several different programs that under his belt. Let me introduce you to none other than Chris Raymond, head football coach at LeFlore High School. How you doing today, Coach?
Oh man, doing great, man. Doing great. Just trying to beat this rain we get.
Were you guys able to get any training in today at all?
Yeah, we go early. We go Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 9:30 in the morning.
Well, Coach, you have a pretty good resume where you've been around quite a bit. For the folks that don't know exactly who you are, I know over in the Tomerville area they know exactly who you are, but for some of the folks that's watching this interview don't know you. Go ahead and talk about when you your career as in high school and then going to college and then getting into the coaching realm.
Well, I'm a 1988 graduate of LeFlore High School. After leaving LeFlore High School, I received a football scholarship to play at Alabama A&M University, where I played quarterback. And did a lot of various things at the university. Upon graduating from college, I took a job in Selma at Southside High School, where I was the offensive coordinator for 1 year, and later on, I was the offensive coordinator, DB coach at Keith High School. After a stint at Keith, I got my first head coaching job in 2000. At Southside High School. I was the head coach at Southside High School for 8 years. After 8 years, I came back home to LeFlore High School in 2008 and stayed from 2008 to 2012. Uh, After leaving LeFlore the first time, I took the head job at Sumter Central for 1 year. And after that, I took the offense coordinator job at Watonka High School in Elmore County for 4 years, serving as the offense coordinator. And the previous 2 years before I just came back home to LeFlore, I was the head coach at Selma High School in Selma. All right, and this is my second stint back here at LeFlore High School. I'm glad to be back home. Trying to turn the program around and get us where I think we should be.
Well, I can tell you this, Coach. You've coached at different classifications, 4, 5, and 6A. Talk about some of the different talent that you've been able to see going in those different types of classifications.
Well, football is football all over the like we said, all over the world, all over the country. The difference is, I think a big difference is the numbers you have. Sometimes you're at a school, you may have the talent, but you don't have the numbers. I equate that to right now, like at LeFlore High School. I think we have a total of 600 plus students, but when you look at Baker, I think Baker just graduated almost 600 kids. So
Wow.
that's almost like our complete high school. So when you look at it, for every one athlete I have at LeFlore, school like Baker may have 5 or 6. So when you look at that on a Friday night, if you run 40, 50 players, Baker, McGill, Davis, and some of those schools equate to could have or dress out maybe 100, 120, 30 players.
Right. Now I can now I know you guys didn't have too good of a season your first season back at LeFlore High School, but you did have some key players on your roster. Talk about some of the guys you got coming back this upcoming season.
Oh man, I think right now what we would call the blue chipper may be DeAndre Petway. He's a six four, 6'5" wide receiver, right at 200 pounds. He's been looked at probably by a lot of schools in the country, man. He's just a playmaker when the ball is in his hands. Like I said, skill wise, we have a lot of skill. Right now we don't have the big bodies that we need. The linemen, I think right now, the last couple of days we're running about 10 to 12 linemen, and we talk that's offensive and defensive guys. We're trying to get that numbers up, but I think skill wise we'll be able to compete with everybody we play. But football is played with the big guys. If you know football played in the trenches, so you need the big bodies. But we have a couple of good skill guys. Like I said, Petway. We have Jeremy Whitfield, Jahari Robinson, Demir Smith. Uh, Jeremy Riley, I'm saying Jeremiah Riley. Like I said, skill wise, we'll be able to hold our own. It's just that we right now we're trying to decide on how we're going to deal with that third and fourth quarter if we don't get those linemen that we need.
Right now, with all the knowledge that you have and the experience that you have, even being a football player yourself, how can you translate that down to the kids that you're coaching?
Well, I would think at LeFlore High School, man, we want to be honest with kids. We want to be honest with kids. We're going to try and do things to win football games, but I also want to put kids in a position to be able to get to the next level. I don't want to take a kid who's 160 pounds and playing him on the defensive line because I know he's never going to go anywhere playing that position. But I also want to, tell my coaches we still got to do what we need to do to get the kids to the next level. I equate that if I can get three to seven kids full scholarships by the end of the time they graduate, I think the wins and the losses take care of itself. You have to be honest with where you at and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think being honest, we tell kids, we may have to use you at 200 pounds to line up and play a defensive end. Like I said, we're 5'8" now, so you can get away with playing a kid that size, but in the back end, we know that kid can't go to Alabama or Auburn playing defensive end. So we try and come up with a concept where we can bag that kid up and play him at an outside linebacker that he can rush off the end, So give him an opportunity to also help us, plus being able to help him get to where he wants to get.
Well, basically, you're trying to make opportunities for the kid to excel with their athleticism, even though that may not be the actual position they're going to play in college. But college coaches will see that they're versatile and can play possibly any other position because once you go to college, they can put some weight on you and some size on you and feed you real good, put you on that meal plan, and
Correct,
stuff like
correct.
that. Yeah, and get you ready. Any schools, any college coaches been in contact with you about any at the end of last season and coming into this season about any of your kids?
Yeah, I just had two kids to sign with Miles College, Derek Dukins, linebacker, and Kelson Mitchell, offensive tackle, gonna go to Miles College for the upcoming season. Uh, Petway, the wide receiver, he's been offered by Southern Miss already. University of Memphis is loving him. Troy is loving him. I just got talked to a coach from Kennesaw State, South Alabama. A lot. Like I said, he's getting a lot of looks. I think he has about 3 or 4 offers right now. And I tell folks with the pandemic, you can't take these kids to camps and get them shown. So this
Right.
going to be a real big season for senior ball players. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say that some kids, even with the pandemic, some of the good kids from around the area may get overlooked because a lot of them can't get to college campuses. But it also going to make coaches look at a lot of film. You're gonna have to really evaluate this class, this 2021 class.
Now, you talked about the pandemic. Any guidelines that you guys are doing over there at LeFlore for your kids?
Oh man, we take we pre-screen the kids and the coaches every morning. We taking temperatures. We asking many different questions. And we just asking our kids to we're in groups. We're doing a lot of group work where we stand within groups and not a whole lot of I guess the kids socializing with each other. We're trying to keep them away from each other. We, hand sanitizing, washing your hands, and we're not doing a whole lot of work in the weight room. We want to try and stay outside as much as possible because we want to be in the heat and that fresh air, and it just there's a lot of stuff that comes with this, man. Especially when we really don't know what we're dealing with. So our main key is safety.
Well, I can tell you this, man. The kids wearing masks and stuff of that nature. I mean, even here at Ball Down South, we wearing personalized masks, man. You guys need to go out there to the flea market to the boy sports, man, and he'll make you some masks. He's made quite a few masks for different schools and stuff like that, man. So definitely go out there and patronize that guy out there, to the boy sports. But let's say, for instance, coach, if you got a kid in their senior year and they're getting ready to go off to college. And they're not playing for your program. They could be playing for anybody's program. What would you say to a kid like that getting ready, finish their senior year and go on to college?
Well, right. What I tell a kid now is, wherever you're going, be in shape when you get there. You know what I'm saying? Be in
Right.
shape when you get there. Once you sign that letter of intent to go to a certain school, you it's almost like you're a student athlete at that university or college now. So you can reach out and talk to these coaches about their expectations. You know what I'm saying? You can the coaches, they can send you a workout plan. They can, like I said, with the way stuff is going, you can be on your Zoom calls now. My thing about it is be coachable, you know, and eager and willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of kids now that at certain schools, they lose the hunger. They lose the hunger because at their high school they the man. But once you go to college, all that changes. You know what I'm saying? So keep your desire, your work ethic. Be disciplined, be coachable. And still be hungry with the desire to learn. Because like I tell you, all of us can learn something new from each other.
Now, coach, I asked a lot of coaches this here on the interview about academics. What's your stance on academics, and what's your coaching philosophy?
Well, to me, academic is first. I don't put LeFlore High School football before academics. Over there we have a academic advisor, Ms. Connor. She does a great job for us. We try and we get a weekly monitor of our student athletes, and not just football, of what they doing and what they not doing in class. I personally go by every teacher classroom and give them a roster of football players. But I encourage all of my head coaches to do the same. And if they're having any issues with student athletes, notify the head coach. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't deal with it, then that's when I try and step in. But we want to make sure that all our student athletes and our parents understand that it's academics first. Academics comes before everything. You know what I'm saying? So and that just what we want to encourage over at LeFlore High School.
Now, you wear two hats over there. You're also a coach and you're the athletic director, so you have to look after all sports. How are you able to juggle both of all those jobs like that?
Well, it comes pretty easy now because, like I said, I've been serving as an athletic director uh, probably about 15 years of my total coaching career uh, in some form. And my thing about it is, I'm for everybody. I'm not. When I say that, I'm for everybody. I just don't, as per se, is everything got to go through football. No, I'm for everybody because at every school, with the exception of LeFlore, I coach basketball. See, so I've coached basketball, football, baseball, track. You know what I'm saying? So I've done it all. And what I tell our guys is, we're a 5A school at LeFlore High School, but we're probably a mid-sized 4A school on talent with student athletes. So our kids go from one sport to the next sport. And what I tell our coaches is it's very important that we can work together because we're coaching the same kids.
Now I do know, I'm a graduate of LeFlore High School myself, and I know the alumni is definitely real big there at LeFlore. So how has the support come from those guys being for your sports programs?
Well, I think the alumni association has done a tremendous job, man. It's they give back. You know what I'm saying? They give back. They make big contributions to the school as well as the athletic departments. But and I
Correct,
think
right?
yeah. But I think it's just something like I said, man. We're blessed on that aspect, but it's a lot of things I think we need to do. What I'm trying to do now is start a quarterback club with former players. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to encourage the former football players to come back in to the fold. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any, we don't have anything, as we say, for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's good, Coach. Man, you wear a lot of hats over there. What are some of the things you guys are going to be doing for this upcoming season? What are your goals?
Well, man, like I said, we just want to come out and take care of us. Perform the way I think and I know we can perform. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the expectations is high. But like I said, I still look at the big guys. We gotta some way figure out how to get the big guys. Out there because that's what football is played with. I think this past season we averaged around 20, 28 to 30 points a game, but we gave up 35 because we didn't have a lot of big guys. So we got to be able to stop guys. We were in games, but if you can't stop anybody, it's going to be long nights for us. So we got to find some big bodies. The expectations are is to try and get back into the playoffs. And we're going to have to do that one ball game at a time. I know it can be done because we've done it before. So that's where we at. I told the guys today, we want to be better today than we was yesterday. We want to be better tomorrow than we was today. So we're trying to get better day by day. It's going to be game by game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, LeFlore head football coach Chris Raymond. Thanks for coming on the network, Coach.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share.